Hope you all are doing well. So I want to talk a little bit what I think happened election night. And I've alluded to this in some other articles, but it's going to be important to play out. Now, I want to stress this. This is my opinion. I have no inside information. It's just me examining all the data points. And, I've been a troubleshooter my whole life. And when you're troubleshooting a complicated problem, and you have to look at data points and you have to come to a reasonable conclusion, and then possibly, depending on what it is, you go in and test that. But sometimes you have to make decisions just on the data you have. You don't have the ability to test it. This is what I think happened election night. They thought they had the fix in with the voting machines, and they thought they were covered. And what happened was Trump outperformed so much that somewhere in the middle of the night, they realized that they were going to lose the election and lose it big. So the call went out from DNC somewhere, I don't know who, to stop the counting, which they did in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, North Carolina. Now keep in mind, all of them are Democratic Secretary of States, and most of them are Democratic governors. Well, I think with the only, Nevada too. Now, Nevada's the only exception to that. They control everything here now, thanks to these Californians that moved in. But I think they realized in the middle of the night that, holy heck, we're going to lose. And that's when they stopped the counting. And that's when they started fabricating the ballots. And they had to fabricate so many ballots. That's why we have so many ballots only with Biden on the ticket. Why down ballot the Republicans did exceptionally well, because they didn't have time to affect them races. I mean, it was literally color in Biden, you know, color in Biden, color in Biden. You know, that's all they had. When you got to fabricate hundreds of thousands of ballots, I mean, when they stopped counting in Pennsylvania, I think Trump was up by 700,000. I can't remember what the Michigan number was, but he was up big in all these states. They stopped the counting. Then all of a sudden, all these ballots start coming in the back door. And then, we wake up in the morning, and all of a sudden, Biden's winning in all these states. Figured that. But my point is this. That's what I think happened. But in their rush to defeat Trump, their TDS, I think they've overplayed their hand. And I think it's going to come back to haunt them. Because a lot of Americans, I didn't know about voter machine fraud. I kind of suspected there was some of that, but not on the scale that we've seen. And, that's always been, well, not always. That's the government's Democrats, I'm sorry, not governments, Democrats' whole ace in the hole is if they needed to change some votes to win an election, they could do it. And something I found out, well, okay, I'm getting this from Rudy Giuliani, and I haven't verified it, and I'm not really even sure how I can. I did a Google search. I didn't come up with anything, but I haven't looked real deep. Smartmatics, which is the software used by Dominion and some other manufacturers of voting machines, was banned in the U.S. a decade ago. And what they did is they come back as a subcontractor. If that's true, and they were banned in the U.S. a decade ago, and these other companies are using them, what's that mean? They were banned in the U.S. for a reason. So it's going, as I said earlier, it's going to get interesting. But I don't know. I got a good feeling about this because as long as our judicial system isn't completely broken, I think there's so much evidence out there that, I mean, they have no choice but to take action. We'll find out. We'll know the status of our country here in probably 3, 4 weeks. Question is, does Trump have enough time? I don't know. We're going to have to find out about that. But if enough votes don't get certified, and I know the Secretary of State is the one that certifies the vote, but the legislatures are coming in and saying, you will not certify this vote until we do this, this, and this. I don't know what the separation of powers, how that's going to affect everything and how it's going to affect the courts. We're going to have to wait and see on this. Um, I just hope we come out on the right end of it. All right, y'all have a good day. Thank you. Bye.